everyone, welcome to Tech Exams, and today's topic is solar system. It's a very easy topic. So before we talk of solar system, we will see where solar system exists and where we are today. So solar system is a part of the universe. Let's see what's universe. So if you go back to the first video, first session where we have spoken about evolution of universe, the birth of universe, how it happened. It happened with a tiny small particle with an infinite temperature and pressure. Once it exploded, there was a huge explosion, and there was a birth of particles which got converted into matter and atoms, and then there was formation of galaxies, and within galaxies there was formation of stars, and then one of the stars we call it as solar system, like we named the star as sun, and within that star there are many objects revolving around, and those are called as planets. So universe is a very infinite big space. So within that universe, it is said to there are number of galaxies existing. What are galaxies? Galaxies are like thick cloud of gases, and along with the galaxies, like in each of the galaxies, there are many stars. Along with the stars, like there are many planet systems. Whatever is revolving around the stars are called planets. So ours is a Milky Way galaxy. Now, to tell you, yes, we do have many galaxies, but do we have many universe? Till date, that has not been explored, or no confirmation to that. But we have confirmation that we have many galaxies within the universe. Okay, and which is ours? Ours is a Milky Way galaxy, and this Milky Way galaxy is very huge, and it's a cloud of dust. And within this galaxy, there are many stars, and amongst these many stars, there is one star which is called as sun, and in other words, we also call it as solar. And this sun is the biggest star in our Milky Way galaxy, is orbited by about 8 planets, and one of the planet is Earth, and we live on Earth. So you can now imagine. So there is a big universe, and then there is the number of galaxies, and each galaxy is so vast, and within the galaxies there are many stars, and ours is Milky Way galaxy, and within that there is sun, and we have solar system, and within the solar system there is a number of planets, and ours is the Earth, and that's where we are living. So that's the reference to what's universe and what is solar system, where we are. So like I said, galaxy is how this is how it looks. It's a huge cloud of gases spinning around, and it consists of number of stars, dust and planets, lot of things. And within the galaxy, I said we have solar system. So what is solar system? Solar system is sun as a star is in the middle, and it is being orbited by 8 planets. So all the 8 planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and then there is an asteroid belt. This asteroid belt I'll be dealing in the little later. There is asteroid belt, and then we have Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. So there are 8 planets, and each planet has its own characteristics. That is depending upon the proximity. Mostly it is defined by 2 things. One is the proximity to the sun, and other one is its mass. Again, it depends on the proximity to the sun. So if you can observe here, Mercury being the first planet orbiting the sun, it only takes about 53 days to orbit the sun. Alright, Mars, that Venus takes about 243 days to orbit around the sun, while Earth, we all know that it takes 365 days, which makes a year, to orbit around the sun. Alright, so you need to observe one thing, from 53 to 243 to 365 days. So as we moving further away from the sun, the time taken by each planet to rotate around the orbit around the sun is becoming more and more, because of the longer elliptical orbits. Alright, and this is one thing you have to note. And whichever planet is between Sun and asteroid belt are called inner planets, and whichever planet is between asteroid belt and Kuiper belt, we have another belt called Kuiper belt, that's called as Jovian planet or outer planet. What is inner planets or terrestrial planet? Inner planets are generally they are heavier, denser. They are made of heavy metals like silicon, iron, those kind of metals. While these outer planets are mostly formed, they have gaseous atmosphere. So this is an overview I'm giving you. There is another video in previous session where you can refer to this terrestrial planet and Jovian planet, why and how it was formed. It is there in detail. You can refer to that. So when I say what is celestial bodies, how to characterize each celestial bodies. Celestial bodies is nothing but like whatever exists in the universe, alright? Whatever exists in the sky, whether you see it a star, whether you see it a planet, whether it's a satellite, a moon, everything is a celestial body. Whatever is part of the space is called as celestial bodies. So now, there is we have to serve our conventions to make it easy. We have named each celestial bodies. We have categorized it. So how to categorize? On what basis it is categorized? So it is the ability of the body to whether to emit its own light or not. So based on this criteria, we have categorized these celestial bodies into stars, planets, and satellites. Okay. So, which emit their own heat and light are called as stars, and sun is one of the stars. And those which do not emit their own heat and light, like moon, though at night, if you have observed, it looks bright and nice, but it is not emitting its own light. It's reflecting the light of other stars in the universe, in this space. So, that which does not emit its own light but reflecting is called as it's called as planets. And what are satellites? Anything which revolves around another celestial body, any celestial body revolving around another celestial body is called a satellite. So, okay, we all know that Earth has a natural satellite moon which is revolving around Earth. And again, we have 8 planets revolving around Sun. So, does this planet also make them a satellite? Actually, technically, yes, they are also satellite because they are revolving around the Sun, but it is convention that we call whatever celestial bodies that revolves around the sun, we call it as planets, not satellites. But whatever revolves around the planets, we have conventionally preferred to call it as satellites. All right, that's about satellite. So what are orbits? Orbits are nothing but the path, the path upon which each planet revolves around the sun. So you might be thinking, does this path like a real road? Does it exist like that? No, nothing like that. It's just the imaginary path. How do you? So you must be thinking, how does a planet revolve in a certain path without deviating? It's all about the gravitational pull of the sun, and also it is about the mass of the planet, mass and dense of the planet. So according to the gravitational pull of the sun and each planet's weight, it revolves at a certain radius from the sun in a proper constant elliptical path, and they don't collide with each other. So that's about elliptical path. And another important significance of this elliptical path is it is not a circular path, it is elongated. What I can say is it's an elongated circular path, something like oval kind. So, with respect to Earth, this elliptical orbit makes major difference to the seasons of the Earth as it keeps revolving around the sun. Let's say this is the sun, Earth keeps revolving, so it's further away and then it's nearer to the sun, and it keeps changing the position in this orbit, and each time it's based on its position. Earth's atmosphere, both in northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, the seasons also changes. That's the importance of this elliptical orbit. All right. So, like I said, the all 8 planets is divided into inner and outer planets. How is it that distinguished? Luckily, it has been distinguished with a natural celestial body that is called as asteroid belt. What are asteroids? Asteroids are nothing but when the solar system formed, when there was huge explosion of a tiny particle, when the Big Bang happened in the universe, lot of matter and atomic particles were strewn around, and some of them came together, formed a clump. They were also a nebula cloud, and they collided with all the friction. They formed a small clumps again, turned into planets. But when it comes to asteroid, it is also a same material from which as planets were formed, but unfortunately asteroids are just a rocky belt that got strewn around when the tiny particle exploded, and it did not it did not come together to form as a planet. It just a rocky belt. It is also orbiting the sun because of the gravitational pull of the sun. All right. And that was about asteroids. We will see what is meteors, meteorite, and meteorites. So meteorites, whatever. So what is meteoroid? Meteoroid is any rocky metallic fragment that could be from an asteroid or could be from comet. I'll tell you what is comet in few minutes. So that is called as asteroid and a meteoroid. Any rocky element from the space is called meteoroid. All right. So what is meteor? When this meteor, by any chance, it escapes the gravitational pull of the sun and it enters into Earth's atmosphere, let's say Earth's atmosphere. And Earth's atmosphere is formed by many elements, like mainly gases, different kinds of gases. There is a resistance to this meteor, and with that resistance, there is, it burns up. When it burns up, as it is moving, it forms a tail like thing. So whatever meteoroid gets into the Earth's atmosphere and burns up, it's called as meteor. All right, and the same meteor, if it is big enough and if it doesn't get all burnt up in the atmosphere, and if at all it reaches the earth and strikes the earth, then it is called as meteoroid. It should strike the earth ground. So to repeat, meteoroid is a metallic rocky fragment from the space. Okay, leftover rocky metallic fragment, and this meteoroid entering into Earth's atmosphere and burning up in the Earth's atmosphere and forming a tail-like thing. It's called meteor. And the same meteor, if it sustains the travel and hits the Earth's atmosphere, then it's called as meteorite. All right. Now we know the difference between meteor, meteorite, and meteorite. So I already told you about asteroid belt. What are comets? Comets are like tiny icy particles. Those are also the leftovers of the universe. When the universe. So it consists of mainly methane, carbon dioxide, ammonium, and along with that water ice. So as it goes near to the sun, comet, just like this meteor, as it goes near to the sun, it gets burned up, and there's a tail-like thing formed. Brilliant tail-like thing is formed. That's comets. So significance of comets to note here is it is a kind of it doesn't change so quickly. It is a steady celestial body, and which helps. So since it is steady, it has a record of solar history, how the solar system was formed, whatever happened. It has the record of it, so it helps to study how the history of the solar system, the comets. You need to you just have to know this, the significance of comets. So that's it for now. Thank you so much.